Yes, 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 yes. Fuck, man. I'm here. It's freezing. We've just clocked over into winter officially in Melbourne. It is bone chilling. Full canola lab, the trailer. Shouts to you, shouts to everybody watched the trailer already. After the stream yesterday, I just made a decision. I was like, fuck this, I'm uploading this thing, eh? The stream got me so hyped. I was like, what am I doing with myself, dude? Bam. Straight up, I was just like, what am I doing, dude? I was like, what kind of mentality is making me do this? I picked up, oh fuck. I picked up my camera, lad. It was a critical moment, man, where I made the decision. I picked up the camera, right? Actually, it's not raining, so I haven't got my usual spot. I picked up the camera and I was like, I was going to film my mate. And when I picked it up, I tried to focus and I was like, fuck, man, I forgot which way to turn the focus ring. And I was like, what am I doing waiting, dude? I gotta upload this video. I don't even know how to focus no more. I gotta upload this video already, dude. Fuck no, I haven't finished. No way I finished editing the full thing, man. Dude, that trailer took me a while. Now, hear me out when I say it took a while. Like, it took a while in the sense that, like, I already made a trailer before that trailer. You know what I mean? I made a trailer before that trailer, which was okay at the time. But now I look back on it, it was shit. You know what I mean? Because the first trailer I made, shout out to anybody who makes videos will understand this. It was like I had like 80% of the puzzle, lad. Like, I hadn't even gone to the UK yet. I made it like 3 days after the event finished. It was rookie moves, man. It was rookie content creating where like I was just like, I didn't give myself time to breathe. I went straight from, you know, like off the back of the fucking van trip straight into editing a little bit. And I was like, I hadn't even watched all the footage yet. You know what I mean? Like, how can you make a trailer when you haven't seen all the footage? So then I went to the UK, right? And when I went to the UK, I was talking to Vegan Revolution. He was like telling me, man, good guy, right? He was like, you need to watch all the footage. And I was like, fuck, really, dude? And he was like, you need to watch all of it. You need to make notes. So I probably wrote, shit, man, a semi-book. I've already wrote a semi-book on the indie pack, dude. Like a fucking book, like a notebook. So then I did that, and then I was like, now it's probably a great, and then when I finished filming in the UK, I was like, this is probably a great time to revisit the trailer. So then I came back to Australia, and I was like, fuck it, let's make another trailer, right? And then I was like, it was sick to come back and make another trailer, because now I had the full story and I had all the notes. When I made the second trailer, it was almost like the second trailer could be its little movie in itself, you know what I mean? It could be its little thing in itself. And it was sick, man, because like, it's like, it was a sick headspace to be in, because there was like, I could like, usually when I make something, man, it's like, I'm like, fuck, I wish I had that. Like, fuck, like, I wish I had that. Like, or wouldn't that be cool to have that? And then like, with this one, it was like, I thought about it, and then I was like, all right, check the notes if you need to check the notes. But like 90% of the stuff that I was thinking about, I was like, fuck, this is epic. Like, or I'd be like, oh, now would be a good time for some dude to say something crazy. And then I was like, what crazy shit do I have? And then I'd go through the notes and be like, oh, he said something crazy here. And then I'd go, all right, go to folder X, clip X, minute X, and bam. You know what I mean? Sick, man. Shout outs to Tom Dumoulin destroying the Giro. Wait, shout outs to that dude who was commentating the Giro. He was a great commentator, man. That guy was just going wild. The uncut commentator. When am I thinking to be done? I got no idea, brother. Shouts to all of you who's here. Man, I'm trying to get the good picture. Alright, we'll go back down. We'll go back down to Sally, man. Ooh. Thank you, Ron McNeil. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Living in the trailer soon. Shouts to you. What a gracious way to live, eh? Living out of a car is actually quite nice, man. Cycling commentator's gone wild. Worst porno ever, eh? Shouts. Plans for today. My plans for today are, I don't even know. I'm going to do deliveries on the bike. Start delivering at like 11. And then I'll finish when I finish, man. You know, I try and make a bit of cash on the deliveries, man. Like I just try and I don't try and make heaps of cash on deliveries because I'm a t-shirt salesman at the same time. So I got multiple streams a couple streams of income, lad. So I don't have to pump a crazy amount of deliveries, you know what I mean? But I just try and hold myself to a certain amount, you know, touch the people, you know, shake some hands, kiss some babies, see a few restaurants I haven't seen before, you know, ride a little bit, come back. And by the time I come back, I break my fast like half an hour later, you know what I mean? So it's pretty good for me. Uber Eats, brother, Uber Eats. Do I have any crazy delivery stories? Not really, brother. You don't really, you know, I try and be, there is no crazy, like 90% of the time, dude, I'm getting let down by drivers. You know, I'm getting let down by drivers. Like I'll go and then a cunt will cut a red light and I'll be like, fuck. You know, but to be honest, I'm do some heavily illegal moves too. So shout out to the spam. I have to hit you up the spam before I get into it. Anyone who hasn't got a Glucose Network t-shirt and you thoroughly watch the channel, you thoroughly enjoy shit, get decked out in enlightening fabric, take your life to the next level, raise your vibration. Link been posted. Shouts to you, Ron McNeil. But usually it's just, you know, usually it's like dudes running red lights and I'm just like, fuck, man. You know what I mean? And I'm like, by the end of the day, I'm like dehydrated and fasted. So every time I go, oi, like it sucks the life out of me, lad. Like I feel like I release adrenaline, my muscles get sore and I'm like, I need water now. You know what I mean? And usually, so I get let down by drivers a lot. That kind of hurts me, man, because I'm just like, dude, you know, or like sometimes you get into a bit of a verbal argument with people. But it's just bad, man. You know what I mean? That's just the only letting down bit, man. But sometimes, like the other day, dude, some dude was on his phone, right? And he was like in the bike lane and not moving. So I tapped on his window. I said, "Oh, dude, move." You know what I mean? Not even in a mean way. And he pulled up next to me and he was like, "Why'd you say oi to me?" And he was sitting with his daughter. And I looked at the cunt and I was like, "You're on your phone, mate." And he was just like, he's like, "Why'd you say oi to me?" I was like, "Next time it's not gonna be me, man. It's gonna be police. You're gonna be whacked with like a $500 fine. So like, I'm doing you a favor." And then just rode off. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, don't let me down, brother, like that. I'm trying to do you a favor, man. James Joyce, good to see you. How much did I weigh when I was at my peak, when you were fully into body? The lowest I've ever seen my body weight is probably like 88 kilos. You know what I mean? 88 kilos. Yeah. I don't like to get angry, man, because if you start getting angry at cars, you become angry, and then, you know, you bring on these situations, man, because you become an angry cunt, you ride angry, you do angry shit, you run into angry people. If you try and be peaceful, you always run into peaceful people. Even if they fuck up, they're peaceful, you know what I mean? They're just like, "Oh, sorry, you know, it's like, whatever, bro, you know. I'm half Chinese too, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm quite tall though, brother, 88 kilos, and that, like, to be honest with you, if I was 88 kilos, if I wanted to get stage lean, I'd have to be like 85 kilos, you know what I mean? So, how did me and Joey D get speaking? Well, the thing is, this is how it actually happened. I forgot the dude's name, but he watches the channel, he's a sick cunt. A few years ago, I think Joey D posted on Facebook saying, who should I watch? Or I don't know how long ago this was, who should I watch on YouTube? You know, like, link me channels, and someone posted, someone tagged me in it, and he started watching my channel, and then I forgot, he started commenting, not commenting, and then, like, I don't know, a few Instagram messages got exchanged, and then I put him out there after the Indie Pack. I was like, I'm coming to the UK, and he hit me up saying, "You're welcome to come stay at my house," and then I went and stayed at his house, and then I ended up having to stay in the UK for like a month. And then when I was there for a month, he was like, I was gonna go back to London originally, and he was like, "Nah, dude," he was like, "Don't waste your money. My house is your house. You stay here as long as you need to." And I ended up staying there fucking two and a bit weeks, man. You know what I mean? It was crazy. I felt like, you know what I mean? I was waking up thinking this is my place. Like, that's how welcoming the hospitality was, man. So shout out to him and his brother, man. Great people. Shouts to you, Frank Tank. How it's old, 6'1", brother. I'm 6'1". Right now I weigh about 90. I probably weigh 98 kilos. I'm 6'1", skinny fat as ever. You know, bicep vein on the left arm, love handles on the left glute. You know, that's how I like to keep it. Yeah, they're real good people, brother. They're real good people, eh? You know, they're just great cunts, man. You and Joey D seem like pretty different kinds of people. You know, it's kind of hard, man. You know, like, you know, people say that to me, but then I say to them at the same time, it's like, it's pretty hard to judge someone's complete who they are when you never spent, like, you just through videos, you know what I mean? And, you know, I mean, maybe on surface we do different things, but we don't even really do different things. Joey D trains, I train. You know, most people say we're different things because Joey D made a Tinder video and he has a six-pack. And then they think, well, Abdullah is skinny fat and he doesn't recommend having sex with women all the time. So they have to be worlds apart. You know what I mean? So that's really where people come at it. And Louis goes, V, shouts to you. Thank you. Shouts to you, Joshua Smith. What was your question, brother? Hit me up again. Did you say something? Love Manchester vibes. Shouts to Manchester. Manchester's a great city. Manchester kind of reminds me of Melbourne in a way. Like I was in this area of Manchester, that northern quarter, thinking like we have a suburb like this in Melbourne, but like it's just like here it's way bigger. Fuck the cage, man. You know, shouts to the cage, but fuck the cage. You know what I mean? It depends where you traveled to before, brother. It depends where you traveled to before. Let me know on your traveling history. Let me know on your concerns, your worries. You know, because there's like you can travel anywhere, brother. I'm telling you, man. There's like beginner travel countries that are super like killer. Like if you've never been traveling, you know what I mean? Like, and then there's other countries where you have to have your wits about you. Like I'm not going to tell you to go to Egypt, dude. It'd be like me telling you to go to Libya or something you never traveled before. You know what I mean? You used to go in somewhere just slightly suspect, and you never traveled before, you know what I mean? So you don't have I don't know, you know what I mean? Like there's just a level of skill that comes with traveling often, just doing traveling activities. Like seriously, like there's just a routine to it. Like you get there, you know, getting a SIM card, trying to find a spot, trying to make mates, seeing who's a sus cunt, seeing who's a good person, stuff like that, you know? I've never seen Paid in Full. What's it about, bro? It's not about a courier in New York City, is it? All right, I'm going back to your thought. Do you know why you became such a thoughts-oriented person? No offense. You know, there's no offense taken to that. You know, shouts to you. You know, we're all products of our thoughts, man. Whether you acknowledge them, whether you're conscious of your own way of thinking, whether you're on blinkers full time, you know, we're all run by our thoughts, man. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's weird to hear the sound of your voice like in your own head and think like that's my sound. Like sometimes I sit there and I say 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in my head, and I'm thinking when I speak, I'm like, fuck, it's the same voice speaking. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, the thing is, I think, you know, most people say thoughts-oriented person, you know, I'm trying to think of it, like, you know, I'd probably be classified as an overthinker. Like, I love to overthink, but I don't overthink anymore, bro. But I think overthinking's a critical stage in learning how to control what's there, you know what I mean? Like, if you never go through some overthinking, you never go through some tormented thinking, you never go through some negative thinking, you never go through some hardship mentally, internally, then you never really come out the other end of that. And on the other end of that is like, you kind of understand what's going on, and you can kind of see shit on a different level. So a lot of that comes from just allowing yourself to think what happens, you know what I mean? And that can be scary sometimes, to like allow yourself to think of shit and allow yourself to go down trains of thought that you don't want to go down because they're dark, evil, you know, not conducive to the life you want to live right now. But I mean, it is what it is, man. You know, you got to let yourself go to that. The thing is, bro, I learned from a very young age that thoughts can be meaningless, man, and they can also be the most powerful thing in the whole world. I dictate what has a value in my life, man. I made a video like 4 years ago called Flipping Pancakes, where I talked about flipping pancakes and wanting to kill myself when I was flipping pancakes. But I just kept flipping these fucking pancakes, like, because I knew it's like, I have a choice right here, dude. It's like, do I act on the worst thought I've ever had in my whole life, or do I keep flipping this fucking pancake and go watch The Simpsons with my mum and grandma and tell her I'm having a great day? I know what I'm doing, dude. You know, I'm tough, just as tough as you are. You know what I mean? I choose where I put my feet. I choose what I do with my body. I choose everything, man. You know what I mean? So I have plenty of thoughts all the time that are just fucking fucked up. But it's cool with me, man, because I just kind of shrug them off and just say, fuck, that's funny. Yeah, I love Muay Thai. Shout out to that one Muay Thai training session I did in Bangkok. You know, I think... Oh, shit, I thought... Dude, I literally thought this was just rolling back out. I didn't see it touch that car. Yeah, Muay Thai is a phenomenal sport. Like, I did one Muay Thai session and I was like fucking dying, dude. Like, it was just hectic, man. And you have this little Thai dude in front of you screaming at you, laughing at you, saying, go, go, go. You're just like, fuck, you know, like... But I think it'd be a sick experience. There's so many sick experiences that I'd want to do in Thailand. Like, I don't want to go live as a monk for like 2 months in Thailand. Like, I'd want to go live as a Muay Thai trainer for 2 months in some camp in Thailand. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to go live as an Arab in Thailand. Like, there's so many things you want to do in Thailand. Have you ever been into any good places that offer enlightenment? Would you recommend any places for myself to travel? Yeah, brother. Places that offer enlightenment, I think, you know, enlightenment's a pretty fucking powerful word, eh? But I think places that get you focused and put you on the right path are generally places that promote exercise. I know this will sound hell like basic, but if you really think about it, third world type countries, man, there's a reason you go to Bangkok and you stay in like a little poor area and you see the cunt with the biggest smile on the streets, the poorest cunt who's kicking the football around. That's who you want to surround yourself with. So if you go to countries like that, then they really have a heavy focus on core essential things that make you peaceful and content in life. Like, when I leave at my dad's house in Bangkok, if I go for a walk down the street, there's like a little shitty fucking cafe with a bunch of kids sitting out the front having the best time of their life. You know, eating a durian eating a jackfruit they picked off the tree, and some dude who doesn't have shoes is cutting it for them. You know what I mean? Like, or they're all poor and they train Muay Thai, or you know what I mean? Or the food's cheap. So stuff that has a heavy focus on family, food, you know, real basic stuff like that. I think that gets you in a great frame of mind, eh? And there's a lot of countries like that in Southeast Asia and throughout Asia. You know, I'm not the type of cunt to say, oh, you know, you want to feel like you want to go take something away. Yeah. Go to Oxford Street in London. You know what I mean? Go to Oxford Street in London. See how you feel when you come out of Oxford Street in London. You feel like you want to knock the cunt out, and you feel like you're in one big competition. Like, I was walking down Oxford Street in London. I saw a cunt on a fixie go past once doing a wheelie. Came back 10 minutes later, he was doing the same wheelie the opposite way. I came back 10 minutes later, he was doing a wheelie the opposite way. And I wanted to go up to this cunt and say, dude, we get it. You can do a fucking wheelie. You know what I mean? Chill, bruh. You know what I mean? You don't have to show me you can do a wheelie 5 times in a row. It's not safe. It's a busy street. You're good enough. Go watch some fights at Channel 7 Stadium in Bangkok. Bro, you're making me want to go to back to Bangkok, man. I love Thai people, and I love Thai people doing Muay Thai. Dude, I can't. Look, my orientation is locked, brother. Portrait's a new landscape anyway, man. Have a fight with Durian in Chiang Mai. I would never fight fucking... I would never have any ambitions to fight anybody, man. The Sagan of Oxford Street, eh? Yeah, Bangkok's real name is Krung Thep. Yeah, I know, bro. Shouts to you. That was actually a fucking crazy piece of information when I heard it, eh? How'd you get onto that? Who told you that? Why is the online coach such a bitch? I don't watch the online coach. Let's keep the stream moving. It's great. Shouts to everybody here. Jason, I'm back in Melbourne. I'm down the alleyway next to my house right now. I haven't watched Joe's new vlog yet. I'm gonna watch it today, man. I saw it yesterday. I was gonna watch it, brother, but I was out filming during the day, and then I came back, and then I was like, I just fucking, after I ate food, man, I just crashed, you know. I just laid in bed. I was like, it's time for me to pass out. Fucking hell, Ron McNeil, lad. There's a trend of Cambridge people on their fixies pretending they're New York City. It's starting to rain again. New York City couriers. Running lights and shit. Hey, I see like, I don't know, man. There's like something I can see. You know when you see, so I see people on the street, man, like, and you can just tell like they're mad couriers. Like it's just sick to see. It's like there's like a beauty to their writing. There's just like an effortless flow to when you see like a seasoned courier writing, like, and it's just beautiful to see. And then there's equally a destructive, upsetting vision when you see someone who's like not experienced acting like they're experienced when they're not, you know. Has the trailer led to more t-shirt sales? No. The thing is, bro, I try, you know, the t-shirt thing is, if you haven't got a t-shirt, get a t-shirt. That's the key point. I do love riding through the city, man. It's mad. There's a full skill to it, man. You know, when I first started getting back into deliveries just recently, you know, it was hard. You know, like I felt like I had no, my maneuvering is terrible. But after it, shouts to you, Muay Thai Vagabond. I shipped that out already. I kissed that. Shouts to you, bro. Can't wait to rep my shirt in Northern Ireland. Shouts to you, Daz. I appreciate it. You know, if you bought a t-shirt, send me photos and shit. You know, dudes used to send me photos when they got their shirts. Now, no one sends me photos no more. You know, I'm not going to post the photo. I just want to smile when I see you wearing the shirt, eh? I try and learn it. Oh, dude, I'm getting my girlfriend to teach me. I'm actually learning Mandarin, brother. I'm dedicating myself to like half an hour every day of learning. Not really half an hour, bro, but I sit down in bed and I tell Jess, all right, hit me up, you know. So, the fuck is that sound, bro? So I've been doing like, you know, little things like they, me, he, you know what I mean? I'm hungry, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 15, up to 20, up to 50, you know. Yeah. Someone, was that you who messaged me? Who said that? Was that you, brother, who said that you were wearing at the Chinese restaurant? They told you meant rice noodles. I should sell sweaters. You know, I really want to sell sandals, brother. Look, I just love sandals, eh? But the problem is when you buy sandals, you got to buy like 5,000. You know, so. When I build up to a $5,000, you know, investment, you know, whatever, how much it costs to buy 5,000 sandals, you know, I'll do that shit. Yeah, if you're gonna wear the shirt at a Chinese restaurant, they might giggle at you. That's the thing, brother. It's funny though. Point to it and say you want 5 of these ones. They'll understand. Have I seen any of my fans in my trial? I don't really have, you know, I don't like the word fans, but I've seen people who watch the video on my I've seen people, you know, who watch the channel before they like the videos when I'm traveling, yeah. I don't really have an awkward encounter, bro. I don't really have awkward people watch. And if there are awkward people who watch, they don't come up to me. It's all good, brother.
I got more.
No, it's their fault, not yours, man.
That's why I never have to come early.
I need to plan a few vlogs because my videos will be boring. Shout out to you, man. I mean, if it's a vlog, you shouldn't really plan it, but it is what it is. Do what you feel's right. Do your thing, bro. It's always cringe to see yourself do. It is, you know, it can be cringe-worthy to hear like, it can be a bit cringe-worthy the first few times. Like, you're very aware of what you're saying, how you look, how your eyes are, how your mouth is, but it's not a big deal, man. You know, like, you need to upload the cringy shit. You just have to. Otherwise, you'll always be too particular, man. Like, no, I don't think anyone makes a video at the start and goes, fuck, that was a sick video. I think they just go, fuck, I hope people like it. Fuck, I look like a retard. What was I saying? You know, so leave it up, man. Leave it up. You know, if you actually want to do it, if you're actually serious about doing it, you have to leave it up. You know, you just have to fucking cross your eyes and just go upload and see what happens. And at the same time, brother, at the same time, you know, there's a difference between wanting to making videos and feeling like you need to make videos. You know what I mean? Like, you have to make videos. Like, some cunts make videos and they shouldn't be making videos. Now, this isn't you, bro. You know, this isn't you, right? But I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't drive a Ferrari, lad. Like, not a Ferrari. I don't drive F1s. You know, because I'm not meant to drive F1s, man. That's like vlogging, bro. Like, some cunts just shouldn't be vlogging, but they do vlog because they think they should. It's like, you shouldn't, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. I think what we've seen a recent boom with vlogging in the last like few years is because like dudes have got mad critical acclaim from vlogging, big fan bases, big money, big popularity, big sense of, yeah, I'm a fucking vlogger. And then it's just taken off and people are like, yeah, I want to be like that dude, you know. So they start doing it when it's like, this isn't really your sport to be playing. Go again, bro, go again, eh? I started this year, I just didn't care what people, yeah, you can't care what, the thing is, you can't care what people think. Like, I know it sounds cliche, but it's true, man, because like, you're never satisfied, man. You have to be internally satisfied. You have to, all you care about is the way you see it, the way you think about it, the way you know, like, that's all that matters, man, because then everyone's words are meaningless then. If they like it, it's a good thing. You know, I'm not gonna say like good comments are a bad thing. Good comments are a great thing, they're great, you know what I mean? But, you know, you give the comments weight, ultimately, you know what I mean? So if that's all you're relying on, you put a heavy weight on that, then it's gonna cut you up when people don't like your videos. I don't really get upset when people don't like my videos, because I like all my videos, you know what I mean? So, regardless if they're not A-class quality. They come out here. How'd you learn how to do sick edits? I don't know if this, you know, it's hard because you don't want to, like, it's like, it depends what you define as edit, brother, you know what I mean? Because I don't really edit like, yeah, the cam's a bit, it's just, you know, the cam is, it's a vintage cam, bro. It's a broken iPhone cam. And edits really, it's dictated on a lot of things, I think. Cycle for the first time in years, shit. Shout out to you, culture community, that's great to hear. Because a lot of people have different views on editing, a lot of people value different things in editing. Like I don't really place value on like effects and like quick cuts and like you know, weird, like, you know, these ones. I don't really like, this is what gets me, man, and this is what I try and stay away from, and this is why like the majority of what's happened is uninspiring to me. And you know, I'm inspired by people and situations and experiences in life. You know, that's what's inspiring to me, and that's what I try and draw from. I do not draw from this. And then the quick one back here, and then like I don't draw off that. You know what I mean? Like it's just a workout, dude. Chill. You know, so that's what I try not to do. But you know, I just get drawn off situations, real life shit like that. And I guess, you know, the biggest thing is that I've learned from editing is like I think to be a good editor, like I'm not saying I'm a good editor, right? But I'm saying I think to be a good editor, you know, it takes a lot of things. It takes creativity, but it also takes a level of expression and understanding that, you know, if what you're filming is a piece of shit, you know, you can be the sickest fucking cunt on the whole world, but it's still going to be a piece of shit, only a slightly better piece of shit. You know what I mean? Some of the best stuff that I've ever thought I filmed and that I put together was just fucking stuff that was sick. You know what I mean? It was made slightly more sick by what I did to it, but I didn't do much to it, dude. It was just like a timing thing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this song with this timing, it's good. It wasn't like some like the only tool I use is like Command B. It's like cut. I used the drone once for the indie pack, and there probably won't be one drone piece of work. You know, I'm fucking sick of drones, man. You got to be the change you want to see in the world. Fuck drones. You know, that's why the thing is, I'm so over drones, like, that I just told myself when I was filming the indie pack, like, it hurt me to get the drone out. It hurt me. And I got it out once, and I was like, I'm never getting this fucking thing out again, man. If I want something overhead, I'll stand on top of the fucking car. What's up with Tamas? Tamas has been working lately, brother. I caught up with him the other day, man. He's great to fucking, he's a great lad to see. It's great to have friends. It's great to have friends. You know, I caught up with Eddie yesterday, filmed a little bit of a video with Eddie. It's great to have friends that you can just like, you leave for fucking 5 months, you come back and there's still, it's just you start where you left off. You know, so it's great. You know, it's not summer, so I haven't chucked a watermelon in a while. Shout out to you, Plant Goals. Great video, brother. I have a video idea for you. Get Jess to film yourself vlogging yourself all day, third person. I try not to vlog too much anymore, brother, but you know, like, I couldn't make that happen, eh? Yeah. I think the drone thing, I think the drone epidemic went too far, man. You know, I think they should destroy drones and go back to the days where, like, if you really wanted to use a drone, you had to be in a helicopter and hang out the fucking helicopter, eh? Because I'm sick of seeing dudes walking into gyms with drones on top of them. I'm sick of seeing dudes walking down the street, filming themselves walking down the street with a fucking drone. I'm sick of seeing dudes do this, just go like, okay, like, time for some quality, you know, throw up the fucking $800 piece of equipment in the air and fly it, and then bam, you know, like, I'm creative now. Shout out to the spam alert. It's fucking spam alert halfway through. If you haven't got yourself some new enlightening fabric, glucosenetworkshopify.com. Every piece of item that's shipped out's blessed. Support short films. The drone thing to me is uninspiring, brother. Like, I got a drone, and I was practicing with my drone. I still sometimes go out and practice with it, and but then it just got uninspiring to me. Like, and I'm not saying I'll never use a drone again, but it was just like, there's a time and a place for every tool. You know what I mean? Like sometimes a flathead screwdriver is a flathead screwdriver and it's meant to be used for a flathead screwdriver joint. You know, you don't use a brick to open a door. You use a key. You know what I mean? And as fucked up as that sounds, and as retarded as a metaphor that is, it's like there's sometimes you don't need to be in the air to film some shit. You know, so shouts to you, Spliff88. Appreciate it, brother. Good to see you in here. Shouts to everybody in here right now. Shouts to you, Plant Goals, brother. If it's actually your shirt, let me know if it's your shirt, dude. I'll be fucking, I can't believe it, eh? Sometimes the post comes through, sometimes it fucks up. Like, it's a blessing. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep the comment section moving. It's been a great stream so far. Shouts to the alleyway. I hope it's the shirt. Shouts to you. A live shirt delivery. I wish we could do multiple broadcasts of live people off their cameras. Yeah, it's an art form, brother. I mean, the drone's like, you're so correct, man. The drone is like, it's just like a paintbrushing. It's like it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just, I don't know, man. I just got so over it, man. It actually, it was good for me, bro. It was good for me because I thought to myself, you know, I love the you know, the fuckboys using heaps of drone footage and shit, because it was good for me because it made me sit back and say to myself, like, you know, like what's the point of this? You know what I mean? Like, if you have any level of critical thinking, you think to yourself, as a consumer consuming content, you think in your head, you go, what is the point of this? You know what I mean? Like there's no need to be in the air right now. Literally, there's no need for it. You know, like, I know what you're doing sick, bro, but you can just be filming it from like eye level. So it just made me reevaluate like the need for certain things. And what's the right time to use something? What's the wrong time to use something? When are you trying to make a situation that doesn't need to be made into a situation look like a situation? Because 9 times out of 10, you know, that's what people try and do, and I feel like that's what I tell myself. I'm telling myself the message. I'm telling myself, like, don't try and make something that's not a situation turn into a situation. Like, people already do that enough. People already, like, I don't know, dude. You see it every day, man. Like just crazy shit. Like, you know, the leaf falls on the floor. Before you know it, there's like 25 angles of the fucking leaf with a whole fake story made up about the leaf. It's like, dude, the leaf was just there, dude. Can't let the leaf be. Shout out to you, random vegan. I'm still, don't get it twisted. I'm still gonna get the drone out, but let me know next time I get the drone out. It's because I'm gonna be off the back of a boat in fucking the Caribbean, and the sun's gonna be setting, and doing a backflip in the foreground. You know, that leaf is beautiful, dude. I'm telling you, that leaf's beautiful, but I don't know, man. I guess it's up to the person to give value to what situations they feel like need to be given value to. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to you know what I mean? If you want to glorify something, that's most of the time it's not people glorifying the leaf, though, brother. It's people glorifying their breakfast and shit. The symbol on the shirt's, brother, rice. It's rice. I strongly recommend you get one of those if you want to be the coolest cunt in the Chinese restaurant. Shouts to everybody breaking their fast with the breakfast. Plans for... Shouts to you, Yasmin. You know, my sister's actually called Yasmin. Where's that question at? Isn't that shit real when bloggers are like, oh wow, this company sent me a free drone, eh? Mad, eh? Yeah, I'm still waiting for a company to send me something, eh? Never gonna happen, eh? Yeah, I think what you're after is that people make uninspired images to impress other people. 100%, man. 100%. I need some PB2, brother. I need some PB2. You know what I mean? Random vegan. I broke my 18-hour fast with some dried fruit and nuts. Shouts to you. You know, there's PB2 drought in Australia right now. You know, for the last, I think what happened was the supplier of PB2 in Australia, he fucked up his business relationship with America or something, where they get the PB2 in. So every time you go to get PB2, like, the guys will be telling you, we haven't had PB2 for 6 months. And I'm thinking in my head, like, what happened? And some guy told me the distributor went rogue. Like, he did something fucked up, you know. So it's good for my wallet though, dude, because, you know, there's the more condiments I can minimize, the more money I save. Which isn't everything, but you know, like, I already use ketchup, yeast. You know, there's enough products, pea protein, in my lifestyle that I have to keep up with. You know, it's not nice to be like, okay, tonight when I go home, I have to go pick up the yeast. I have to go pick up the ketchup. I need to go pick up. You know, if I add a PB2 to that, then it would just be another thing that's just like, nah, bro. Abdullah, Jordanians usually big meat eaters. Don't you fam from out there think, what the fuck is my man doing? No, yeah, but, you know, I've done a lot of weird shit my whole life, bro. Like training, fitness, make videos where I talk into a camera. I've done a lot of weird shit, so they're used to it, man. You know what I mean? Like, and my mum's like the most white Arab girl you ever meet. Like, firmly Arab, but firmly non-Arab at the same time. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, you know, I'm rocking up home eating couscous salad while everyone's eating a lamb with my Asian girlfriend. I mean, it's weird enough for all of them already, you know. So, I mean, they don't really care, man. And my mum's very open-minded, bro. So, like, anytime you're doing something that's not considered normal, she's interested, she's intrigued, she wants to know about it, and she loves it, brother. And my dad doesn't even live in Jordan no more. My dad used to live in Jordan. He lives in Thailand, you know what I mean? So my dad lives off digestive biscuits, those little Nescafe cans, and the occasional fucking, you know, bowl of rice noodles. And maybe a burger every now and again. Shouts to you, 902. That's great, bro. Sin Ever 14, accessories on the bike, brother. Good food, good rest. That's all you need. You know, like, you don't need any accessories. It depends what you're trying to do for, man. Like, you know, you could say, I'll get a Garmin, I'll get a power meter. Oh yeah, but it depends what you're riding for. If you're just riding to enjoy, you don't need any of that. None of that's going to add enjoyment to you. It might add some slight enjoyment here and there, but it's expensive, and it might cause more harm than good. You know, like, so put a focus on, like, just riding. You know, if you want to get an accessory, buy a fucking train ticket and get the train 100 k's out if you don't want to ride, and go ride some sick hills. You know what I mean? Is spinning at the gym good for fat burn gains if you cycle heavy? For fat burn and gains if you cycle heavy. Do you mean like if you cycle on a hard resistance at the gym? Is that what you're trying to say? Like a hard level on the gym bike? It's hard level. Yeah, I mean, it depends how much you do, really. I don't think whether you're gonna, like, in terms of maintaining your muscle mass and stuff like that, I mean, just maintaining muscle mass and not losing all your muscle from copious amounts of cycling, it's more dictated by the amount of cycling you do, you know, versus whether you cycle on a hard intensity. Obviously, like, if you're doing harder riding, it's going to fatigue your legs more, and it's going to have more impact on your legs, but, you know, if you're doing hard riding on the gym bike 3-4 times a week, not for periods of time that aren't that long, and you've been doing it for a while and you're used to it, it's not going to affect you that much, But if you're doing hours and hours and hours a week of endurance work on the bike, and then you're trying to complement that with 5 hours of resistance training where like you're resting 3 minutes and doing a set that lasts like 50 seconds, you're getting pulled so far in two different directions that you're going to be left dead in the middle and probably make fuck all progress. You might get slightly fitter, you might maintain what you got, but you kind of have to prioritize which one you want, which direction you want to get pulled in. You know what I mean? So you can just focus on one thing more than the other. That doesn't mean you have to give up cycling completely, but it means like if you want to get better at lifting weights, well then dedicate yourself more to lifting weights and then just keep fit on the gym bike maybe 3 times a week or something. The biggest thing is when people want to cycle and lift weights, it's just like you have to approach it with like a fucking tortoise mentality. You have to approach it like very slowly, and it becomes more important if you're serious about it. It becomes more important to be aware of what you're doing. You know what I mean? Because you can't just fucking cycle a fuckload and weight train a lot and then not know what you're doing and then wonder why like you feel tired all the time, wonder why you're losing weight. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to take it seriously and combine both, the most effort you have to put in is just to keep track of what you're doing. Keep track of it so you know. And then the tortoise bit comes in when you approach it very slowly, because then you're keeping track of everything and you're slowly adding stuff to the routine, and then you'll know, because one day you might be like, oh, I'm feeling fatigued, and you can look back and be like, oh, that's why. Maybe I'll cycle 1 time less, maybe I'll drop my cycling 20 minutes this week, see how it feels. And that's what's great about training and all this shit is like, you live in the best experiment in the whole world. Sup Abdul, love your stuff. Do you have a simple advice for let go of the feeling fitting into certain role that people want you to play? Yeah, brother, let go. I mean, you answered your own question. The key word of that whole thing was let go. Only you can let go, and only you decide. How can that's like essentially like someone else telling me who I am. You know what I mean, or what I should be doing. How can somebody else tell me that? You know what I mean? They're going to try and tell you that. The world tries to mold you. The society in our life tries to mold us into things that we aren't all the time. It tries to separate us from who we are to make us and put us in positions where they try and make us believe that's who we are. You know what I mean? Thrive. That it's the typical lie, survive, thrive. Funny. This is a funny story, man. I'm gonna tell you this shit. Like 3 years ago, I was emceeing at the Fit Expo here in Melbourne, man. This is a funny fucking story, man. And I was on the stage. I was on stage with Ulysses. Ulysses. It's funny how I've rubbed shoulders with these guys before, man. I was on stage with Ulysses, man. I was telling this like, I was on the mic, man. I was on the mic on this stage, right? It was so funny, man. And I was like, he was talking about Max Phyllis there too, and they were just talking the most whack shit. You know what I mean? I semi-hijacked it. Fuck. Jake, bro, I'm trying to tell a story. You say fuck, I'm blocking you. It's done. And they were just saying some weird shit. Like this Max dude was like, if you want abs, like you gotta like eat clean. But like what you gotta realize is like everybody can get abs, but you might not be able to get abs. And I'm just looking at him, just like thinking in my head, like if my mum saw me standing on stage with you talking like this right now, she'd be upset at me. You know what I mean? So I pulled out this story out. I pulled this story out and I was telling this girl, I said to her, and it was actually at the time it was mad iconic to myself, because I was telling her, I said like, you got to be careful. I think I got kicked off stage after this. I said, you know what I mean? Like you either survive, you lie, or you thrive. You know what I mean? Now I don't know how I got onto this topic, but I'm going to keep going with it. You either lie, you survive. You either survive, you lie, or you thrive. Now, what I meant by that is, surviving is you're a victim of life. The universe is happening to you. You are a product of your circumstances, basically. Everything's happening to you, not with you. And you're a junkie on the street saying, I can't earn any money. Like the world owes you something. That's surviving. The next stage above that is lying. You know what I mean? You lie to yourself. You let the world put you in a position, and then you let it make you believe that's where you want to be, and that's how you live your life. Because if you actually come to the truth that you don't know who you are, and you're not in the position you want to be, and you fucked it for 30 years, it's too much. So you never face that. You never confront that truth. So you lie to yourself. The next step is thriving, brother, where you recognize that, you recognize the connectedness. You recognize the oneness with everybody else. It is you, and you're in control, and everything's happening with you, not to you. You suddenly feel empowered when you walk down the street and recognize the beauty that life is, and you start thriving, regardless of the situation. You know what I mean? You're thriving all the time. You recognize that you've been thriving this whole time. Every situation you're thriving. As long as your heartbeat is the prime example of thriving. You know what I mean? Like once you recognize the blessing that is the sound of your own breath, the blessing that is your heartbeat, the blessing that is your reflection in the mirror, the blessing that is the sound of your own voice in your own head. You recognize your consciousness. You start to thrive, man. You know. I told this guy, I said, you want to be the latter, you know what I mean? You want to be thriving, brother, trust me. You don't want to be like this motherfucker telling you that you can get abs, you can't get abs, clean diet, no abs. I mean, that's lying. You know what I mean? One step below that's just surviving. You know, use that story. You tell Kanye you're either surviving, lying, or thriving. Mate, the gap between lie and thrive is, the lying thing, most people live in a state of lying, bro, where they're lying to themselves their whole life. They're lying to themselves that they're happy. They're lying to themselves that they're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? And we live in a system, bro, and this is the biggest thing. We live in a system that promotes that lie. Even in simply daily routine, it's promoted heavily, brother, you know, and people don't recognize that, you know, the large part of their suffering is caused by themselves. Nobody else, man. No one tells you to jump off the cliff, brother. You're the one who jumps off it every day with your decisions. You know what I mean? You're feeling like you're falling, you're not coming up because it's your own fault. And the smallest things have the biggest impact, lad. So it can't ask me what I need to do. I say, brush your teeth, brother. I said, instead of taking 10 seconds to fucking dry your body, take 25. When you fucking dry your ears, take a deep breath while you dry them and appreciate your own ears, you know what I mean? Because you get up, the first thing you do is get on Instagram, you know what I mean? You don't even sit down with nothing and eat your own breakfast. You don't even have a cup of water. You don't even brush your fucking teeth. You do a half-ass dry. You make your fucking way to work, watch a daily vlog, live somebody else's life, not your own life. And then you go to lunch, waste all the fucking money you earn in the unproductive fucking morning you worked for somebody else, and you spent half of it. And then you came home, you worked out for 25 minutes because you thought that if you did some fat-burning fucking exercises that you saw on the internet, you'd get abs and people would start to love you. And then you came home, you watched 2 Casey Neistat vlogs, you watched some other fuckboy on the internet, you watched a movie, you went to bed, you jacked off to 4 Lisa Ann videos and said, oh, why don't I have a girlfriend? Why aren't I attracting the shit I want to attract into my life? You repeat it. And then you're the victim, you're lying, straight up. It's true though, brother. It's true, man. The whole key point of that is just, it's up to you, man. You know what I mean? You are you bro, you know what I mean? You promote, people promote their own suffering, man, every day. With everything. Not by just what they eat, by the way they think, by the activities they participate in, because they have no sense, they have no awareness, bro. They don't realize that they are in control, that they do have the power. So they're so free to give up that power by what they consume, both physically, like by the food they put into their body, and both mentally by the information they choose to take on, by the situations they choose to place themselves in. You know what I mean? So, I mean, when you feel like you got no power, I mean, that's when you're under control, brother. That's how they control you, bro. Trying to remove that level of power from you by placing these distractions in place to make you never make the connection, bro. Because that's it. All right, I'm just moving. Hey, give me a sec, people. Give me a sec. I'm just moving. It's starting to rain again, people. I'm back. I got no idea about the MacPack jacket, man. You know, just Google it, I'm sure someone on Google sorted that out. Shouts to you, Bradley Walker. Have a great day, brother. Hopeless. You know, I'm going to talk to you, Hopeless. Let me just migrate over a little bit. I'm migrating. I'm going to answer your question. Shouts to all of you. The thing is, bro, I've tried Linda McCartney products. They're amazing. Okay. What was the question again? I'm coming back to the question. Okay, here. So where's the line between selfishness and actually giving a shit about other people? How does that work into it? The thing is, bro, you know, for you to accurately... Dude, I gotta move again. Hold on, it's raining. What, running now? Oh my god. Oh, my titty's bouncing all around now. Alright, back to it. The first off, bro, is it all comes from you. It all comes from you, and that's the thing, brother. It all starts from you, you know what I mean? So, like, where is it? There needs to be an element of selfishness in it, brother. But you have to recognize that you know, if you don't realize that you are connected to everything and everybody, like, you have to address yourself to address other people, man. Like, if you can't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. You know what I mean? So for you to actually give a fuck about other people, that stems from you recognizing that you are as much of other people as so much of you, bro. The way you treat other people is directly, it's almost like the way you treat yourself. I treat others the way I treat myself. So if I love myself, if I'm accepting of myself, I therefore am accepting of other people. I therefore love other people. You know what I mean? All that kind of shit, you know? Oh, dude, Kim Sing's amazing, dude. You know, I got some friends coming over from USA in a couple of days. I'm taking them to the Kim Sing, man. Alberto Nunes is coming to Melbourne in 2 days' time, lad, with the whole team. Fuck, all these trolls in here today, brother. But it's true, bro. Think about it, man. Think about it. If you think about it, like what I'm trying if you think about it on a practical level, if you're a mad, angry cunt, you suddenly become angry. You know what I mean? You slowly start to see the anger in other people, because these other people are just a mirror for your own relationship with yourself, man. If you accept who you are in your current position and you're content with that, and you love yourself and you talk good to yourself and you just, you know, you're vibing all the time, you try to, and you accept that, suddenly you become accepting of other people. I've noticed that myself. I've noticed that big time with myself. When I accepted everything about myself, even the bad parts about myself that I wasn't a fan of, I started to realize that this is just, it's the same thing with everybody else, you know what I mean? I became very accepting of everybody. I'd be like, yeah, he's still a good cunt, but, you know, he's acting like a bit of a fuckboy, but he's still a good cunt, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's got their good and bad, man. If you hate yourself, you're always going to be a hater to others, man. What about other people's approval? Oh, 100%. Well, if you don't approve of yourself, then you seek other people to approve it for you, man. That's just 101. If you need to approve of yourself, eh? You know what I mean? Not the other way around. That's like outside in. It doesn't work. At least for me. I'm not saying like this is truth. I'm not saying like this is a statement. I'm just telling you like what I've thought about, and what helped me with that is just like, I realized that like, I have the opportunity to validate myself on a day-to-day basis just by the way I talk to myself. With every single situation I'm in, or anytime it comes up, you have the opportunity to. And a lot of people give up their right to validate themselves and just let other people do it for them. You know what I mean? But, nah, man. How do I cure my anxiety? To cure your anxiety, you accept your anxiety. You know what I mean? What do you mean cure? I mean, you know, anxiety doesn't come about for no reason, and that's the thing. Especially my own anxieties, it never came about for no reason, lad. I never got anxious for no reason, and I tell you what, I never overcame my anxiety by saying, how do I cure my anxiety? Like by like saying like, oh, what do I need? Like let's just go get medicated. Let's try and suppress it. The first step for me to curing my anxiety, or let's use the word cure, was to realize that it was there for a reason. It just didn't just happen to me for no reason. I'm not just one of these, I'm not just a statistic where like I just got anxious because the world handed me bad cards. I said, no, I've done something that's made me feel like this, or my body's trying to tell me something that I need to learn. So I accepted it, I let go, And I got ready to receive the reason why, you know what I mean? And once I opened myself up to the fact that I had this problem, I was able to find the solution, you know what I mean? A lot of people's anxiety comes about because they're actually worried about the fact that they have anxiety. So they're anxious, and they get even more anxious because they're thinking about the fact that they're anxious. Now, a lot of us can relate to that. Like, you start overthinking, and you get anxious about the fact that you're overthinking by keep thinking about the anxiety, you know what I mean? You don't get more anxious by accepting it. You don't get more anxious about letting go. What's something you noticed about Mike Hall that made him different? I mean, Mike Hall was just a good... I think Mike Hall and I spent a bit of time with Mike Hall, but like, you know, obviously I couldn't learn every single thing about the man in 2 weeks. But Mike Hall I think he just loved riding bikes. He was sick, and he just had a great perspective on what he was doing, brother. You know what I mean? And I think what made him different to everyone else is Mike knows himself, man. Mike spent what Mike did wasn't... Yeah, physically it's crazy, brother, but a lot of people are capable of a lot more than they know, you know what I mean? But the biggest thing that's holding them back is them. Not their bike, not their fitness, their own state of mind. Mike had a state of mind where, like, Mike spent thousands of hours probably with himself. You know what I mean? So when you tell Mike, oh, yo, Mike, you got to spend 12 hours a day by yourself. You got to spend 15 hours. You got to spend the next 2 weeks by yourself. Mike's like, fuck, 2 weeks by myself? I've done this shit year in, year out, every fucking time. You know what I mean? So I would guess that Mike Hall was very good friends with himself. You know what I mean? Mike was having great conversations with himself. He wasn't scared about it. He didn't get 2 hours in and then start telling himself stories because he was sick of the sound of his own voice. He embraced it. He loved it. You know what I mean? I never peed myself during sport. I'll always keep doing streams, man. I think we're definitely on our like 400th stream at least. At least. I'm leaving them up every day for the month of Ramadan. Shouts to Ramadan. But I don't know if I'm gonna keep them up after that. Thank you for asking the question, I should say. Well, my mum never liked tattoos, and then I remember when my mum found out about tattoos, she got over it, man. What are they going to do, eh? Ask a different question, Epic TNT, brother. Do you fast outside of Ramadan? No. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, you know what I mean? Fuck this cunt, man. I don't mind the question, are you gay, are you a virgin, eh? But it's just unproductive shit, like... Where is Kathy PA? Tips on how to bulk effectively? Yeah, well, what you do is you track your body weight. You don't have to track it every day. I mean, roughly over time, track it, see the trend. And then make sure that you're supplementing your good nutrition. You know what I mean? If you are gaining weight slowly, brother, you best want to be sure that you're gaining weight and you're making progress in the gym. So progress in the gym is key. It's key. Don't be gaining weight and making no progress in the gym. That's when you start getting fucked up, you know? So just make sure that both them two sides of the coin, I mean, your rest, your food and shit, that's all sorted out. I don't put restrictions on myself, brother, you know what I mean? Like, the thing is, you know, every single restriction I put on myself is I believe in that restriction. That's why I put it there. The thing is, the older I got, the more I believed in, I practiced religious practices, brother. You know what I mean? When I was younger and my mum tried to make me religious, I never believed in it. You know, I didn't believe in, you know, anything when I was younger, man. You know, I was made to go to Arabic school and shit. I didn't believe. We used to fucking fuck off, smoke cigarettes and go to the skate park. Like, I didn't give a fuck, you know what I mean? And it's only coming into my later years, like now, where I've actually started to, I actually believe what I say more, man. And I actually believe, and that's why I practice. That's why it's easy for me to fast, brother. Now, even if I didn't believe it, even if I wasn't Muslim, dude, and I wasn't partaking in Ramadan, I know plenty of people who would partake in it who aren't even Muslim, bro, because they understand. This is what the great thing is about it, even if you're not religious, bro, and just recognizing your own power, is that you have the ability. Like, you don't have to be one of these guys who say, oh, I'm not Muslim, I'm not going to subscribe to that. Or I'm not Buddhist, I'm not going to subscribe to that. You can literally, and I learned this from a lot of people, bro, who aren't religious, you can literally pick apart every single religion you want and take the good and bad out of all of them. Okay, you don't agree with that, you don't have to agree with that, but you might agree with fasting. You don't have to be Muslim to fast. You can fucking fast for 1 month, see what it's like. You know what I mean? Oh, you might not be Buddhist, but you might like some Buddhist ideologies that you want to follow. Well, then learn about the Buddhist people. Learn from them. You know, you might like some Hare Krishna shit. Learn some Hare Krishna shit. And that's what's great about it, man. You can literally pick apart what you want, take it on. Plenty of regular people fast every day, and plenty of regular people take on the month of Ramadan. Now, I talk about Ramadan all the time. With the fasting thing is, it's great to try it, man. Now, I'm not saying it's healthy. I am saying it's great. You know, I'm not saying it might not. Obviously, it's not good to walk around dehydrated, underfed all day, but it makes you realize a lot, bro. It's a great time for most people. A month of self-reflection is huge. You know what I mean? It's huge. When during Ramadan, man, it's great because you get to self-reflect and you get to notice things about yourself that you don't usually get to notice. Like, I notice a lot of stuff, man. I notice that when I have low energy, it makes me reevaluate what I spend my energy on. It makes me more of a minimalist, you know what I mean? I want to keep my life as minimal as I can. And when I'm low on energy, I realize that energy is a limited resource, bro. There's only so much energy I have to give. And when I'm already low on it, it's re-embedded into my mind that I don't have all of it all the time, you know what I mean? So I'm very particular about what I'm spending my energy on. Now, you might finish the month of Ramadan and extrapolate that to your whole year. You say, like, well, what was I doing when I didn't have a lot? You know what I mean? What was I doing when I didn't have the energy? That's the most important to me. Like, being nice to people, being nice to your girlfriend, trying to accommodate your girlfriend, you know what I mean? Trying to partake in the activities that you value the most. That's the whole thing about it for me, man. So, yeah, Luke Bright, it's great, but try it for one fucking day, man. You know, just one day and see how you, and just notice what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, notice. I'm not recommending going and running a marathon and fasting, but if you just live like a life where like you're just like chilling all the time, you know, you go to work and shit, there's no reason why you can't do it, man. You know, in Melbourne, it's like it's not that long, brother. If you're in the UK, yeah, it's a bit harder. I mean, like, Melbourne is like 5:50 to like 5:15 or something. You just Google it, Ramadan times Melbourne, it'll come up. Alpha, why are you upset that some guy tried to run you? Like, why are you upset, bro? You shouldn't even. Why are you feeling upset about it, man? Why is that upsetting you? You know what I mean? Shouts to you, Jason M. Say hey to your mate for me, brother. Hello, Jason's mate. Richard. I don't know why you get upset, man. You shouldn't get upset that some cunt got angry at you, eh? Alpha AMA. Shout out to the stream today. It's been a great stream, man. Time runs fast on these streams, eh? You know, when I come to Germany, you hear about it, bro. Not anytime soon. I do 30 miles a day and work in a pretty physical job, but I'll give it a go, lad. It depends. You know, I could definitely ride 30 miles a day, train and do Ramadan. I'll put it that way. But you might live a more physical lifestyle than me. It might be harder. It might be hot where you are, brother. But try it. If it fucks you too much, it's all good. Bro, I train at 3 in the morning. I wake up at 3 in the morning. I train by 3:30. I come home about 4:45. I have breakfast. I finish that up. I come stream. I'm already fasting by the time I'm streaming, and then I just go to do some work. Go to work. Come home, eat. You know what I mean? Alpha AMA. The thing is, I get really pissed off when I make a mistake. That's all it is. If you think that you made a mistake, well then, Learn from your mistake. You know what I mean? That's as simple as it is. Anything beyond that, you're making up stories in your head, brother. And there might be something else going on. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you just learn from you. Every time I fuck up and someone gets angry at me, I don't get upset that they get angry at me. Like, I'm a bad person because a cunt got angry at me, or like, my values dictated off this random's relationship with me. I just tell myself, I think I fucked up, I need to learn from that, and then you learn from it. What did I have for breakfast this morning? I had pea protein and granola, man. Pea protein and granola was phenomenal. Wow, you eat more food, brother. You eat more food. You can definitely hike 20 miles a day and not lose weight. It's just eating. Now, sometimes it's very hard to eat enough food, but if you don't want to lose weight, man, you just have to eat more. And if you're eating a lot and you're losing weight and you don't want to eat more, then just lose fucking weight, eh? It's only a month. The thing is, bro, the thing is, I just eat when I want to eat, man. You know what I mean? And I don't really eat too frequently anyway, brother. Like maybe twice and a little snack throughout the day and shit. You know what I mean? I try and keep light on my feet all day. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes I eat more frequently than other times, and sometimes I may eat 1 meal a day, 2 meals a day, but I don't think I'd practice not drinking water and not eating. You know, at least when people intermittent fast, they drink water, brother. That's the biggest thing. The water's what fucks you the most. Hunger is very trainable, man. Hunger's very trainable, eh? It's the water that zaps you a little bit. By the end of the day, you feel zapped. You know, it's just from being dehydrated. And that's what's great when you hit your first sip of water. You really appreciate the water. And I'm drinking water, looking at my girlfriend saying, I wish the best for you. I'm thinking about my mum, I'm saying, I want the best for my mum. I'm thinking about my sister saying, I want the best for my sister. I'm thinking about my grandma saying, I hope my grandma's at peace. And I just repeat them. I repeat them 4 people 4 times. Anything that comes into my head when I'm drinking that bottle of water, I eliminate it. You know what I mean? Like, my own selfish need to succeed comes into my head, and I say, I don't give a fuck about that. I want my girlfriend to be good. I want my mum to be good. I want my grandma to be at peace. I want my sister to be good. And I keep repeating that. I keep repeating it. I'm not even kidding, dude. I actually say that in my mind, man. I'm looking at my girlfriend, she's eating, and I just keep saying it. And I keep saying it. You know what I mean? Yeah, so you Ramadan fasting, you don't drink water, bro. It's different to just intermittent fasting. You know? Your body's a phenomenal machine, man. It can do some crazy shit. It can actually do some crazy shit. And once you do a few things like this, man, you know, or like you've done stuff like that, you realize like a lot of the times that you feel a certain type of way, especially you let yourself feel a certain type of way. Like your body's crazy, man. No, you can't. I'd brush my teeth before the break of fast, man. It's only a 12-hour fast, brother. Yeah, bro. Hey, Marco, you know, you got to tell yourself this shit, man. I tell myself, I tell it and I believe it when I say it. And I don't know, man. It's just something I do, and it feels great, man. You know what I mean? And I notice, dude, when I say it, that other stuff comes into my mind, but I fucking just go, bam! I just chop the head off the snake early, man. When it comes in, I chop the head off the snake and just repeat the mantra, bro. Just repeat it, eh? Let's just go for it, man. Shouts to all of you. Who else is still here? There's still like 20 something days left, man. Check out Jordan Peterson on YouTube. I will do, brother, will do. There's still like 20 something. Have I ever been hitchhiking? Nah. Voodoo Child, good to see you. What's the biggest thing in my life that happened to me that didn't transform me? Not sleeping. Yo, good to see you. Everybody, it's time. We're getting close, eh? Time for some spam. If you haven't got yourself a t-shirt, get yourself a t-shirt. Get yourself decked out in lightning apparel with lightweight fabrics. with the best blessings and intentions in the world. Someone hit up the spam. Let's keep going. Marathon stream style. Let's do it. Are you a Christ? No. Shout out to you, Carlos Silva. Let's keep the questions coming thick and thin, man. I don't want to breathe. Don't give me time to breathe. How do you block small shit from affecting you? How do I block small shit from affecting me? You just block it, man. You know what I mean? Like, how you practice? You know what I mean? You practice. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. It's just daily practice. You know what I mean? When stomach's affecting you, you practice it not affecting you, and you move on. And then the next time it happens, you do the same thing. Before you know it, you practice it enough, and then it's just there. It's just something that you do. Oh my God, man. Plans for the next 12 months. Plans for the next 12 months, brother. I'm making an indie pack documentary. I'm trying to go to the Middle East, make a documentary. I'm going traveling at the end of Ramadan for a week. 24-hour bike ride, stuff like that, you know. That's all I really got in my mind, eh? Anything beyond that, I don't know. I've done a powerlifting meet before. I've done 2 powerlifting meets, bro. I did one when I was 17, I did one when I was 20. Fuck, what's up with all these questions? Priyala, man, oh my God, la. Oh my, where did you come from? Yes, I am a Muslim. Longest bike ride ever is about 514 kilometers. Am I going to make another documentary about the Indie Pack one? Yeah, I want to go to the Middle East and do something. Might not be long, but it might be briefly long, hopefully. I don't know how long the Indie Pack thing is going to take. When that's done, that's going to be done. And we'll be good, you know what I mean? So I'm excited for that. I'm really excited for that, eh? I'm blocking people left, right and center these days. It's just because there's no time for them. Have you studied other religions too? Not studied, bro, but like, I wouldn't say I'm a student of every single religion, but I'm a student of, you know, a lot of things. But like, when I hear something about a certain religion, I look into it, and I like to see what they're doing, man. Because a lot of times there's a lot of crossover between religions that we don't. No, we like to divide ourselves. We like to let people divide ourselves more so, and think that we're so different from everybody else, or every single religion's so far from each other, and there's a lot of crossover, man. You know, we all want the same fucking things, basically, man. So, you know, I see that in religions, and I take the best of what I want, man. I don't really receive a lot of racism. Yeah, I have before, but like, not really. Most of the time I just get people looking at me saying like, how can you be called Abdullah? You look like you're white, you know what I mean? They say like, you look English, how are you Abdullah? You know what I mean? I respect, you know, well, people, you got no respect for anyone if you don't respect yourself, you know what I mean? So when people are racist, and when people don't respect you, I just look at them and say, brother, I feel bad for you, bro, because you don't respect yourself. Otherwise, if you did, you'd be respecting me. You know what I mean? So, you know, I respect all of you. Regardless if you believe in Allah, fucking Buddha, fucking Hare Krishna, whatever you are, I respect you regardless, you know what I mean? Is the name Abdul short for Abdullah? Well, a lot of, yeah, mostly. Well, the thing is, brother, the thing is with sugar, brother, the biggest thing you do to combat sugar is be active and eat enough fiber. So eat enough fiber and you're active. You sound like you cycle already. Just eat enough fiber, brother. Look at your diet, make sure you're getting enough fiber in. That's it. That's as far as I think about it. Your vegetables, man. I know if you've got a high caloric intake and you're burning a lot of calories every day riding and shit, sometimes it's hard because they fill you up. But, you know, you got to. You need to. Shouts at Cam BW93. Great to see you here. We're still going, man. You know what to do, lad. I'm not really sensitive to any foods, man. You know, I'm not really. I'm very sensitive to. You know, I was raised on soy milk, so the biggest sensitivity I had my whole life was to lactose. Anytime I had it, I felt fucked. You know what I mean? So I'm soy milk king, man. It was day 5 of Ramadan. It's day 5 of leaving the streams up. It's day 5 of 90-minute plus streams. That's what it is. No. Kira, good to see you. Where do you see yourself mentally when I'm like 80? I got no idea. I wouldn't even think about it, bro. Shouts to you out. Good to see you, brother. Shouts to you, Carlos. We appreciate it. What's your protein for the day? My protein for the day is I don't know. It's probably around 180 to 200 grams, 250 grams. I'm not even sure, man. You know, I don't just eat protein for the sake of it. If I feel like eating protein, I eat it. I make sure I get enough, brother. But you know, beyond that, not really, eh? I'm not on Wi-Fi, bro. I'm on the 4G. I'm waiting to get the message, eh? Any hard rides during Ramadan? I struggle doing intensity fasted. No, what I'm doing is for the month of Ramadan, bro. I'm just doing deliveries, man. And any training for the next month before this 24-hour bike ride's coming from deliveries, nothing else. Because I'm already training weights in the morning. Usually I train weights, then go ride my bike if I'm training, right? But it would be too much, man, because by the time I get back, the sun would be come up, and then it'd be fucked training and then riding and then coming back with no food, you know what I mean? So I train, I eat, and then I ride throughout the day. And then when it finishes, there's a celebration called Eid. So I'll partake in that the night before and then drive out to do the 24-hour ride the next day and then have another pseudo fucking Eid at my uncle's house when I get back, just as like, you know, like I'm here, let's go. I just did the bike ride of truth, let's eat. Shouts to you, Can Be W93. You need to get decked out in fabric, Glucose Network, Shopify. Premium t-shirts, premium price, premium enlightenment, premium fabric. Get decked out. If you purchase one during the stream, let me know. Let's keep going. How about daily calories? I mean, my daily calories, I'm not sure, brother. Like, sometimes when I'm bored on the toilet, I'll track them. But really, you know, like, it depends, man. Like, if I'm hungry, I keep eating. If I feel like I'm not hungry, I stop eating. I'm gonna do a 24-hour ride into Adelaide, so I'm gonna go about. This is what I'll probably do, brother. I'll probably plant myself 550 kilometers outside of Adelaide, and I'll tell myself I'm gonna ride to Adelaide, and I'll leave it like this. Is what I'll do. I'll look at my clock. It's gonna be 5:30 Melbourne time, or 6 a.m. Melbourne time. I'm gonna tell myself you have to be in Adelaide at 5:30 a.m. the next morning, and then I'll ride, and then whatever happens, happens. It will be. You know, I was trying to think of a way to do the 24-hour bike ride and arrive on Eid, but then I was thinking, like, how the fuck are you meant to do a 24-hour bike ride where the majority of the day... You know, the fucked up thing is, I actually believe I could fucking attempt it, man. That's the fucked up thing, but I'm trying to get myself out of that mentality where I believe that I could do the first 12 hours with no food or water. You know what I mean? Like, I know that's not a healthy place to be in, but I feel like I could do it, man. That's the fucked up thing, you know? Like, but I don't want to try, man. I'd rather leave it for one day, eh? Where can I get your t-shirts? On that link, brother. Cam, help the brother out. He needs to get decked out. Yeah, I will. Don't worry, bro. Don't worry. I'll be looking after myself, eh? Yeah, I think it would be low, eh? I think it would be. But, yeah, it would be. Well, I've done it fully fed before and it was tough before the end of the day anyway. You know what I mean? So, There's bits of that road that chew your soul up, and I don't want to get me chewed up my soul. Oh, actually, I couldn't do it, now that I think about it. But I've never done it in winter, but I'm not going to try, I'm not, because it's just dangerous, man. You know, and it'd just be too dangerous, you know what I mean? Like, I've been in the desert before, being like, I need water now, you know what I mean? And I haven't been able to get the water, and we've had to like try and find the water, and it's been fucked. No, I don't smoke. Do I meditate? Yeah, but like, it depends what you define as meditation, bro. Do I sit on the edge of the bed? No. I class a lot of the stuff. I try and live meditation, man. Shouts to Canby W93 Chief Marketing Officer. You buy the t-shirt, it's guaranteed increase in life quality within 3 months, generally dictated by an Asian girl. Thoughts on CrossFit? I'm a fan. You know, I'm a fan of any fitness, really. What do you do mainly for? Do you have a job? Yeah, I do. I got a few. I got a few sources of income, brother. Now, actually, I probably got 2 sources of income at the moment. Sometimes 3. Okay, so sometimes if I'm in a perfect world, lad, I do deliveries on the bike. You know what I mean? I do fucking construction, and I sell t-shirts. Right now, I'm selling t-shirts. This finger won't go down, and I do deliveries on the bike. Hopeless. If you do, let me know, brother. Baptist VDP. I mean, you've already answered your own question, man. The comfort zone thing. You want to leave to get out of your comfort zone. Just realize that it's going to be uncomfortable. You've won already, You know what I mean? Once you realize it's going to be uncomfortable. No one moves halfway across the world, man. No one moves halfway across the world into a new city with new people, new fucking languages, away from what they know, and doesn't struggle, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard. But that's when it begins. You know what I mean? Arnie, I do not start counting until it starts hurting. I mean, you don't really start living there until it sucks. Usually, if you suck through it for a while, you come out on the other side and you learn to love it and you enjoy it, you know? I don't know what I'm going to be wearing when I do the bike ride, you know what I mean? I want to say I'm going to be wearing cycling shorts, but I probably won't. I'm not going to be wearing track pants. You know, because it's going to be cold. It's going to be cold, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to be wearing tights. Probably, I don't know if I'm going to go full tights or I'm going to go tights and shorts. I might go tights and something, You know, I don't really care what the cyclists. You know, I've got a lot of cyclists like just come up to me and say like, "Oh, you're an arrogant cunt," or you don't wear cycling gears. But I don't even care, man, because I'm not concerned about trying to impress another cyclist, Like, I'm not concerned about that. Like, I'm not concerned about the way you view my clothing when I ride a bike, You know? Number 1, it's too expensive to buy all that shit anyway. Number 2, it's like, you don't need any of that shit to ride a bike. Now, if you want to do a 24-hour ride, yeah, protect your nutsack. That's key. But you don't need to be decked out. Like, I see plenty of dudes decked out for no reason. It's like you just sat on the back of the bunch for 2 hours, bro. The thing is, bro, why are you arrogant for not wearing the gear? I mean, because people view it as like it's like a fuck you thing, you know what I mean? Like when you're a cyclist, you're meant to wear certain clothing. If you're not, you're trying to prove a point. But it's not really I'm trying to prove a point. It's just like, this is my clothing, and I don't want to spend $300 on a kit or whatever it costs to get a full kit, you know? Shouts to you, Luke Bright. I got a fat ass, that's why it doesn't get How important do you think strength of the mind is? Do you believe in visualization? 100%, bro. I mean, it's everything. How important do you believe the strength of the mind is? It's everything. It is literally almost everything, bro. I mean, that's the hub of it all, isn't it? That's where all the information gets processed and decided upon. You know what I mean? You're only as strong as that. You know what I mean? That's it. Shouts to all of you. Anyway. Perception is reality, 100%. That's a great statement, I should say. That's a great statement. You know, perception is reality, man. And if you want to change reality, work on your perception, work on your perspective, and then you watch the world transform, man. Safe, brother. Shouts to all of you. What is perception? Google perception, you understand. Shouts to guacamole. You know, we used to say, dude, we used to have a saying, it used to be perception and perspective, the 2 P's, man. The 2 P's that none of us have, perception and perspective. That's what you gain, perception and perspective. Two of the most important P's you ever hear, You have the power to perceive a situation the way you want to perceive it, you know what I mean? Are there any limits? What is the limit of your perception, What is it, I think you can't perceive what's happening, that's a really great question, brother? That's a really great question. You know what I mean? What is the limits of our perception, I can't perceive what's going to happen to me after death. That's a great comment, James Joyce. What's after death, I can't perceive that. Shit before that, yeah. After that, I don't know. Maybe that's the limit. R.I.P. to fucking Kathy, Peter, Lisa, Zem, Matt, and Zoe. Truth, man. I'm waiting for them to return. P protein until most, and there's actually 3 P's: P protein, perception, and perspective. You're right. Favorite Nas song? New York State of Mind. Well, true, death would be a big one. Then, hey, how can you perceive something you don't have understand? You can't. I don't think we're meant to. I don't think you can't perceive that, because you haven't died yet. Shouts to all of you. Anyway, I got to roll anyway. I'm about to go away. It's been 93 minutes stream. Shouts to everybody. Shouts to everybody who purchased a t-shirt. I'm going to see you back here for day 6, same time tomorrow. Enjoy. Peace.